Mike, do you have tips for getting bookings if you are not known yet?
Yeah, if you're not known yet, there are two helpful strategies here. What you can do is think and create, of course, a appealing project or a theme which would be interesting for a festival or a venue. So let me give you an example here. My father was an opera singer, so I have a strong connection with opera as a jazz musician. You know, if you ask 100 jazz musicians about opera, 99 are out to lunch. You know, there's not so much connection there. But because I know this music and I love this music, I actually recorded 3 albums entitled Opera Meets Jazz. So I took famous opera arias, mainly Italian, and I arranged them into jazz. So what happened, and this is something I'd not realized before, I got many bookings because of the project. It's called Opera Meets Jazz. For instance, there was a classical festival with a jazz theme, and they booked me just because of this project. And then, of course, when I played the concert and people became aware of my musical qualities, then the door was open for future projects. So that first time I got booked there, it was not because my name is Mike Del Ferro, no, because of the Opera Meets Jazz project. So if you're open to this, of course, what you could do is think about a project which could be appealing. You know, I don't say like, all right, go and play ABBA and try to get the gig. I don't mean it like that. Maybe you're from a culture which has a very strong traditional music scene, you know, like flamenco or Irish music. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Maybe you could try to think about something like that, like combine those styles. Or a totally other direction could be another example here. I once had a student, a pianist, great pianist, and she recorded music by an unknown composer because she loved that music, she loved that composer, and she ended up playing many concerts with this project. So you can also think in a different direction. You know, once you're in and you know this promoter, you can work on a long-term relationship, but sometimes it requires more than just a great band which plays great music. Because again, the main concern, or one of the main concerns of a music promoter is, how am I going to sell tickets?
Mm-hmm. I'm reading this book about creativity, and also it sort of talks about the fact that, you know, creativity only exists if you connect it to other existing cultures or like other existing things around it. At least the author argues about that. And that's kind of also connects to your own music. If you want to start existing somewhere, you have to think about the other music that's out there and find a place for it yourself. So I guess the beginning is best, you know, to get like reach out to those cultures and connect with them, and then eventually you'll be able to find your own sort of voice.
That is also, to be honest, my thing. You know, I've always been on the lookout for other kinds of music. Also, I collaborated with so many world musicians all over the planet, and that has really enhanced my playing, and actually it really changed me. I personally love to do this, you know, rather than just to stick to one style. And yeah, it's wonderful to do this.
Yeah, it's incredible. When I think about you've been to 117 countries, yeah, that's according to the website. But it's, yeah, I can only imagine what kind of experiences and you know, cultures you got to know there. So I guess, you know, you very much opened yourself to other people's you know, styles, and then you kind of, you know, you connected through there at the beginning, and then, you know, then you managed to build your own thing.
I can talk about all these collaborations for another 1,000 hours. I'm telling you. You know, actually, if you'll be interested, check my YouTube channel. There's quite some stuff there where I do all these collaborations. And in fact, I'm also thinking of creating another podcast channel, just sharing my travel stories, collaboration with musicians, so many things there. That's going to be the next step in my podcasting journey. But let me also talk about another strategy here which really works well, and this is also much simpler. Ask a well-known artist to be guest with your band.
A guest. So you kind of you support them, or you mean like a support act, or?
No, not a support act. What I mean is, suppose you have a jazz trio, you want to play at a certain venue, and they're reluctant to book you because they're afraid of the ticket sales. Then you can maybe invite a guest who you love, of course, and ask this artist to play with your group as a guest appearance.
Nice. Yeah, that's a very nice strategy.
Yes. I mean, it happens to me sometimes. Young artists ask me, Mike, would you like to be guest with my band as a guest appearance? Especially here in the Netherlands, it happens sometimes. And if I like the music, then I'll do it. It's nice to help out, because I know how hard it is to start a band. To start your career, to get things going if you're at the start of your career. So it's nice to help someone out. And if I like the music, I'm more than happy to do this.
Do you sometimes do it even, let's say you compromise you decide to compromise the pay, but, you kind of go, okay, I'm just going to do it because, well, this might bring some new audience into my music. And then, that can help me with bookings. Do you kind of, you consider all of those things?
If a unknown artist or an unknown group would ask me for a guest appearance, I know there probably won't be a lot of money to play with. So then I would be flexible.
Mm-hmm. So you got to balance it out as you go.
Yes. The most difficult thing about talking about money in the music business is that every situation is different. You never know. You never really know what to ask, how much. It's a very difficult subject because it's so unclear every time. But of course, I will talk a lot about money in upcoming episodes. So stay tuned.